Picture this, a huge wooden table, over 25 men, presidents, prime ministers, kings, all running countries with centuries of male rule. And right in the middle, one woman, Giorgia Meloni, Italy's first female prime minister. She's the smallest person in the room, but every camera is on her. This was the 2025 Peace Summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, where leaders gathered to cool tensions in Gaza. Then came the moment that set social media on fire. In a moment caught by nearby microphones, Donald Trump spins around mid-speech and says,
"You don't mind being called beautiful, right? Because you are. Thank you very much for coming."
Dead silence, followed by nervous laughter. Twitter explodes. Was it flirty, sexist, or just a harmless grandpa joke? Meloni doesn't blink. She gives one polite smile, one tiny nod, and turns straight back to the peace talk. One wrong face and the headlines would have buried her. She gives them nothing. 10 minutes later, Turkey's president leans over. "You should quit smoking." France's Macron cracks up. "It's impossible." Meloni shoots back with a grin. I know, I don't want to kill somebody." The whole table roars with laughter. Another trap turned into a high five. Those two short clips spread everywhere, shared, reposted, remixed, topping 150 million views in days, memes for weeks. But Meloni never posted once. She just signed the peace deal. Her name is on it. History books will open to that page. That's her superpower. She doesn't chase likes. She collects wins. Now let me take you back to the night she actually became the leader of Italy. September 2022, election night in Rome. By midnight, the numbers flashed. 26% of the country just voted for Giorgia Meloni, the biggest single party in Italy. The first woman ever. History was made. No tears, no fist pumps, just a steady voice and one sentence. I've never felt the weight of responsibility like I do tonight. Days later, she walked into the presidential palace as Italy's new prime minister. And yes, her party is called Brothers of Italy. People always ask, "You're a woman, why brothers?" Simple. The name comes from the first line of Italy's national anthem. Brothers of Italy. Italy has woken. It's not about boys, it's about every Italian standing together like family. Meloni says, "We are all brothers and sisters of this country." End of story. Now let's talk about the shadow that follows her everywhere. When she was 19, a French TV crew stuck a mic in her face. She said Mussolini was a good politician. Everything he did for Italy. That 15-second clip is still online. It plays on repeat every time she makes news. So what exactly is this fascism she now says she rejects 100%? Under Benito Mussolini in the 1920s, fascism meant one voice, no freedom, and a nation at war with itself. It crushed dissent, banned the free press, and dragged Italy into a war that killed 500,000 Italians. When the war ended, Mussolini was executed by his own people. Meloni today says that system destroyed freedom. I reject every part of it. I believe in democracy, NATO, and free speech. But that old clip is a scar she can't laser off. Giorgia Meloni was born in 1977 in Rome. Her father was gone before she could walk. Later she learned he was in a Spanish prison caught with a ton of hashish. She read it in the newspaper like everyone else. Her mother wrote romance novels, sometimes under pseudonyms, and took other jobs to keep the lights on. They lived in a rough neighborhood where kids learned to fight early. At 15, Giorgia joined a right-wing youth club. At 31, she became Italy's youngest ever minister. At 35, she started her own party in a tiny office with second-hand chairs. In her first election, she pulled just 2%. She laughed, rolled up her sleeves, and hit the road. She drove to every forgotten village, listened to grandmas who couldn't pay electric bills, factory workers scared of losing jobs to new migrants. She spoke like them. I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm Italian, I'm Christian, and nobody is going to silence us anymore. That speech turned into a viral dance track. I am Georgia. Boom, boom, boom. Suddenly, politics was cool and the votes rolled in. Fast forward to today, she cut taxes for small shops, kept energy prices from exploding, sent weapons to Ukraine, negotiated billions from Brussels, even quietly raised legal work visas because Italian farms needed workers, while her tough migration crackdowns, like the Albania processing deal, sparked massive protests. Supporters called them necessary. Critics call them cruel. She speaks like a warrior and negotiates like a chess player. Her approval remains steady, still above 50%, higher than Macron, higher than Schultz, higher than Starmer. But behind her policies are 4 things the media can't resist. Number 1, she's a single mom preaching traditional family. Even though she and her ex were never married, they split after a sexting scandal blew up on TV. Meloni's line was always, "My daughter comes first, politics second." Some call her real, others call her a hypocrite. She just keeps going. Number 2, she's a Tolkien super nerd, obsessed with the author of The Lord of the Rings. As a teen, she went to hobbit camps, dressed as a hobbit, debated good versus evil around campfires. Today, she quotes Gandalf in Parliament. In 2023, she opened a Lord of the Rings exhibit in Rome. Yes, really. Number 3, her dad's prison story taught her rules matter, discipline matters, family matters, even when it hurts. Number 4, the eye roll that launched 1,000 memes at the 2025 NATO summit. Cameras catch her lip licking, nose touching, and then an Olympic level eye roll. 50 million views later, the top caption read, "When the 7th guy starts his speech, she never explained it, she just kept running the country." And the viral moments kept coming. At the 2024 G7 summit, Macron leans over and whispers something. Meloni's eyes go cartoon wide, then roll so hard you can almost feel the breeze. The clip goes viral within hours. Also, during her 2022 campaign, she held 2 melons to her chest and said, "Vote Meloni." Meloni literally means melons in Italian. Cheesy? Absolutely. But it was shared more than 10 million times. And then there's the connection nobody saw coming. Elon Musk and Giorgia Meloni, 2 names that light up every headline. The Tesla and SpaceX boss has been spotted beside her at gala dinners, praising her leadership and sparking internet memes, all while denying any romantic link. They're not a couple, they are power players. But in today's clickbait world, Meloni and Musk sells. And it leaves one question hanging in the air. When tech giants and nationalist leaders start swapping ideas, who's really shaping the future? And here's the twist nobody saw coming. Europe braced for chaos, expecting her to crash the EU, quit NATO, and ignite culture wars. Instead, she became the calmest voice in every crisis, balancing fire and ice like a performer on a high wire, guiding Italy through crushing debt, waves of migration, and culture wars that divide families. Her formula is simple: fire on stage, focus in the room, be real in public. Even her critics admit it. She's tough as nails. So here we are, Giorgia Meloni, the girl from the wrong side of Rome, now the woman who signs peace deals with presidents. quotes hobbits, survives eye-roll storms, turns awkward jokes into viral wins. To millions, she's the hero, a patriot mother who puts Italy first. To others, she's the warning, a polished voice for old dangers, a throwback in modern heels. But one thing's for sure, nobody ignores Giorgia Meloni. She's changed what power looks like, not just in Italy, everywhere. From a teenager handing out flyers in the rain, to the steady eyes staring down 25 men at the table of world leaders. She's proven one truth louder than any speech: strength isn't loud, it's composure under fire. It's smiling through the noise and knowing deep in your bones you belong. Whether you admire her or fear her, Giorgia Meloni stands as living proof. Even from the roughest beginnings, conviction can rewrite destiny. So I'll leave you with the question she leaves in every room she walks into. Is Giorgia Meloni the fearless voice Europe needed, or the wake-up call it never saw coming? So what wisdom and inspiration can we pull from Giorgia Meloni's life? Here are 3 powerful lessons. Number 1, stand firm in who you are. Meloni's rise wasn't fueled by popularity. It was built on conviction. She's faced criticism from every direction, yet she never bends her message to fit the moment. Whether you agree with her or not, that kind of self-belief is rare and it's powerful. Know your values and speak your truth even when your voice shakes. Number 2, your beginnings don't define your destiny. Born in a working class neighborhood, raised by a single mother, written off as an outsider, she turned all of it into fuel. Her story reminds us that your starting point isn't your ceiling, it's your launch pad. Never let your past limit your future. Every setback can become part of your strength. And finally, number 3, composure is strength. In a world that rewards noise, Meloni shows the quiet power of control. No matter who's watching or what's thrown her way, she stays calm, measured, and unshaken. Because sometimes real strength isn't about shouting louder, it's about standing taller. So when emotions rise, pause before you react. Power doesn't come from noise, it comes from poise.